Welcome, one and all, to sunny California and the Auto Club Speedway. It's going to be perfect weather for racing today. The Auto Club Speedway is located just east of Los Angeles and on the side of an old steel mill. The very wide 2-mile long D-shaped oval provides both driver and spectators with great views of the largest attended sporting event in the state of California. That is once again Auto Club Speedway. Welcome, everyone. This is Area Elite Entertainment Cup Series action powered by Butt Kicker. Race number 4, the AREAiRacing.Shop 210. I'm Under Sleppy, and joining me as always is executive producer Harold Darner and Josh Medlock. How's it going, guys?
What's going on? Hey, we're in sunny California, man. A lot better than being in the dirt in that Bristol place. I can get a tan out here.
Yeah, you can get a tan. You can go to the beach. You can do whatever you want. We are within that region in the Southern California area. But here we are at the, hopefully, it'll stay permanent, 2-mile oval on Auto Club Speedway. Got some good action here. Got 210 miles here, so that's 105 laps. We're looking at around 45 to 50 laps of fuel, so that's going to be interesting because last year's race was a fuel mileage finish. Came down to the wire with Eric Weiland, Cameron Hearn, and Jacob Bell, but in the very end it was Eric Weiland spinning and schwinning at this very track just a season ago.
Yeah. And
speaking of Cameron Hearn, he finished second in the race last time we were here. He seems like he's finished second in every race except for last week at the Bristol Dirt, where he wall rode, and that was not allowed. So instead of coming home with the win, he came home with 20th. So he got sent to the end of the longest line. But will he be able to bounce back and try and finish one spot better than he did just a season ago at this track?
Well, I'm thinking it's pretty easy for him. The only difference is, like you're talking about last season. Last season when we were at this track, we were at 50% fuel cells. The fuel cells are wide open now, so they'll be able to do a lot more laps than they were doing. So if the old fogies that I'm going to show my age here with NASCAR 2003, we would call that 2 times tire wear and fuel, but with the half tanks basically. But this thing is basically just normal 1x1, which was allow these guys to be able to work their tires and their fuel strategy all the way out. And I think you were talking to one of the drivers earlier, and they were saying that the car gets faster as it gets lighter.
Yeah, that was actually Jacob Bell. He said that it's so weird compared to how it was ran last year, because last year we had the Gen 6 car. This year we have the next gen car. And he said that the longer the run goes, the faster the car gets. So tire wear really not going to be that much of a factor, even though these guys do have 3 sets to work with. That should provide for some more close and entertaining racing. But let's look at the points really quick, because we got a couple of guys who have made up quite a few positions, as well as Jacob Bell. He's actually moved up 10 positions in the point standings, and we have a couple of other drivers who have also moved up in the point standings as well. We'll get that for you in just a moment. But
looking at
Jacob,
looking at the current points right now, just to let you know, listening in on the race admins, we have a race admin that joined and did a couple laps, so he's showing up on the screen as the 40th driver, Pierce Moffitt, in the 150. So he will be in the booth, not in the race.
Yeah, he will be in the admin tower, the series director, Pierce Moffitt. So we've had 3 races this year, and we've had 3 different winners. Brad Slaughter winning the Area 500, Jake Nichols winning at Phoenix, and then just last week, Eli Green getting the victory at the Bristol Dirt. And here's the point standings. So we're looking here. You see Dwayne Culberson there. He's up 14 spots after last week's race, so he's up to 18th in the points. And Delonte Ballard, he's also up pretty big, 13 spots, so he's 16th in points, just 4 spots out. But there you go. Those drivers on the left, top 3 are locked in because they've all got a win. And surprisingly enough, Dom DeLeo is the highest running driver without a win, and he's currently second in our regular season points at the moment. And then you see in 5th, Ryan Hartz. He led every single lap at Bristol last week and got the win there on the Lodgebox Series side of things. We got Brian Dixon, Cameron Hearn, Ryan Swan, Nicholas Johnston, Forrest Smith, Tyler Nichols, and Gary Lewis as the last driver in the playoffs. Only 12 drivers will make the cut, with Randy Bechtel 13th, 2 points out.
Yeah, it's kind of strange, looking at this. I know at the end of the playoffs last season, that cutoff line had 4 up and 4 down for the most part in all of the series. And looking about the same right now, you can go from that 11th spot all the way down to 19th, and that's just a couple positions on the racetrack and a clean race.
Yeah, so really some names there that pop out to you. Josh, what name pops out to you the most from any of these guys that are on there?
Oh, well, one name that really pops out. Well, there's several to me. I mean, I'm looking at Cameron, Ryan Swan, Tyler Nichols, just those that are inside of the top 12. Outside of the top 12, Delonta Ballard, David Weishart, Matthew Robinson, Dwayne Culberson, and even Chris Seidenfaden. So, I've got several. I would think sooner or later we're going to see one or, most of these guys at least get one win before the end of the regular season.
Yeah, one of those guys are definitely gonna be able to get a win here, and who knows that he's not on here. But like we said, Jacob Bell's up 10 spots in the point standings after last week's race, up to 25th in the standings. But he finished third here last year. And with his slow start to the season, it seems like tonight will be some sort of redemption night for Jacob Bell. Do you think that he has a shot at winning at Auto Club?
I mean, I really do. I do think he has a shot at winning Auto Club. Now, right now, looking here in the where they're standing at right now, Jacob Bell. Let me see if I can find him. Man, there's a lot of drivers in here right now. He's sitting in 22nd, and the number 77. He's on pit road. But that doesn't mean anything. This is just practice.
Yeah, we're only talking about practice at the end of the day.
I'm looking at a guy that's impressed me is that guy right there, the number 22 of Dominic DeLeo. I mean, like you said, he's number 4 on the points right now without a win, 35 up on the cut line, and the guy just got iRacing less than a year ago.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, he's really made quite the jump all the way from the ARCA series up to the Cup series with Fizikis Motorsports. Ooh, excuse me. So yeah, those are our playoff pictures there. And if we can swipe that over, we'll see the team standings right there. So Transcendent Motorsports leading the way in a very close battle with Solar Flare Racing. And it's kind of close all the way around. We got Jacob Bell Racing making the jump from the Truck Series all the way up to the Cup Series. Third in the points, but 1 point shy is Fizikis Motorsports with Dom DeLeo as the head of that group. Infinite Gaming also there with 191. Elwood Design Esports, 185. And then towards the bottom, we got David Weishart Racing and Elite Entertainment Gaming. So why are these standings up? Well, you, the fans, have the option to choose which team will win tonight's race. You can bet your channel points in the chat. What team will win the Elite Entertainment Cup Series race at Auto Club? So, for example, you would type !bet and say you want Solar Flare Racing. So you would type in !bet Solar, SOLAR, and then you would type in however many channel points you want. So, for example, I will put, let's say, I bet Solar 50. I'm going to type that in, and then the Stream Elements bot will say that you have bet 50 points on Solar Flare Racing.
Oh, that's interesting.
Yeah, for some people, you might not have enough channel points, but you can just type !store, and that should send you over to the Stream Elements standings, in which it'll show you how many points that you have.
Yep.
So you can just click that link right there. It'll open up another tab. If you're on a computer, if you're on your phone, it might open up in Safari or whatnot. But on the top of the screen, you'll want to click right next to the diamond. It'll say leaderboard, and then you can see everyone that is following or subscribed to the channel and where they sit at in the point standing. So Harold is leading. Jake's actually second, and I am in third. But followers will receive...
Am I leading? I
Followers...
thought you were leading after the betting.
No, you're still leading.
Oh. Anyway,
so all followers will get 10 points upon following, and all subscribers will receive 25 points. So For every 10 minutes, followers will receive 5 points, and for every 10 minutes, subscribers will be rewarded with double, so they'll get 10 points. That's
All right.
just a little tidbit of how this all works.
Yep. Make sure
Let's
you
take
put
a look at how we're
Hearn fan
going.
got it right that time, because I say Hearn fan was basically trying to bet on a lead. Of course, if you're looking for Hearn to win, that might be a good person to pick.
Yeah, real quick, let's look at our weather presented by Lottie'sTravelWorld.com for the AREAiRacing.Shop 210. Partly cloudy skies, even though the sun is shining here in Southern California. Air temp 65, track temp 68. Seems very cool for Southern California. Humidity 60%, and the winds are ever changing from the south at 3 miles an hour.
It's not partly cloudy; it's smog.
Smog.
That's smog, man. I used to live in LA. I know exactly what that is. It's a haze no matter what the weather is like.
For everybody that don't know, that's smoke and fog combined. That's smog, right, Harold?
Oh, it's wow. Until you get closer to the beach, then it clears up. But in the city is just a forever haze. But here we got it on the track. Yep, that's right. Forever haze. Justin Wilson taking to the track from Navarre. Was it Navarre, Florida?
Navarre, Florida.
Navarre.
I believe for the number 58 of Justin Wilson. He is one of the open drivers here, not on the team. So if he were to win, then this would steal everyone's points.
Steal them away. Just take them away.
So he is going out for the first off. Actually, you can bet non-team. So you can do exclamation point non-team, and if an open driver wins, then you can take the points away from everyone. Because I'm pretty sure everyone thinks that a team will win and not an open driver.
All right. Then.
So on the top left of the screen, you'll see the top 10 or so flicker down from their qualifying times. And on the top right, just below the Want to Go Studio logo, you'll see the fastest time. So currently Nick Johnston is the fastest with a 40.9.
And Justin just
Wilson
touched
ran
that wall
third.
there, and that will negate his second time. So
I was just about to say that, Harold. Yeah.
And it would have been pulled.
I saw it, man.
Any kind of mistakes in qualifying, whether it be spinning, hitting a wall, getting, in the grass, your qual time's done,
Yeah, and if that happens on lap 2, you're kind of stuck with what you got on lap 1.
Yep. Brad Slaughter, he's been doing pretty darn good. Yeah.
Yeah, I'm just looking in. Brad's grandfather has checked in, looking for a good race. Yeah, hoping he's But the fun fact about Brad Slaughter, he really wasn't going to run the full Cup schedule. But after winning the Area 500, he's like, well, you know what? Why not? Let's do it. So he's running the full schedule here for the Elite Entertainment Cup Series.
Yeah, right. One of those drivers that I would definitely keep an eye on.
He is the defending truck champ. Goes 11th fastest with the 41.1 flat. And that lap time from Justin Wilson, that did not count. That would have put him on the pole.
Wow. You hear Brad Slaughter, just lifting, but no brake going through the corner here. You see it down that RPM marker as it drops below 8,000. Then he comes back into the gas, up into the turn 3 and 4.
I'm checking out.
Slide.
Oh, he's going to slide it down pit road.
He caught it a little bit too early, is what I think on the gas there. Ryan Hart's to the top of the chart.
He's picking up right where he left off. The last race we had on the Area Racing channel was the Lodge Box Series at Bristol Concrete, not the Bristol Dirt. And he led every single lap in that race, had a 0x. I mean, a perfect race that anyone could have asked for. Ryan Hart's had it, and he's picking up right where he left off. So he's fastest. So we see the number 50 car right there of Brian Wasserman go 9th quickest.
Now I'm back here on the other Ryan, the number 1 of Ryan Swan. He will be completing his first lap here out of turn number 4. So where he takes that machine.
And you see the drivers running on the apron. They can do that. So He'll go 19th quickest on his first lap, but the second lap always is the fastest lap here, especially at a 2-mile joint. And actually, Paul Irvin has jumped up to second on the chart. Really impressive lap time he put down.
It looks like he is done. Wow, what a lap.
Yeah, it was a 40.8, just shy of Ryan Hart's 40.785. So Ryan Hart's comes off turn 4, looking clean. Oh, he got sideways. Oh, he's in the grass. Don't think that'll count, but that is what the one will get. So 41.332 will be what he'll have to deal with. And Cameron Hearn gets a little loose. I think he might have clipped the wall there. And Dom DeLeo, 14th quickest. Boy, we're seeing a lot of sideways action here in our qualifying.
Yeah. And I'm kind of concerned, Hunter and Harold, about, this track and the way they're getting sideways. They're going to be packed up together, and that could be detrimental.
So Adam Capps here, 27th quickest after his first lap. We'll see if he can bring that number 55 machine up a few more spots, or hopefully a couple handfuls of spots. He gets off turn 4 pretty nice. Going to come down the start-finish line here. We'll see where that number 55 car ends up. Should be somewhat better, and it is not really. No, he's actually down a spot. Huh. I guess if you're not wrecking loose, then you're not fast. I mean, the last few drivers we've seen have all either spun out or have tried to spin out or made contact with the wall.
Connor O'Kresick, Hunter, in the 14, he's on his first lap. And like he was saying, your second lap is your quickest. So, this is only his first lap here.
Yep, and right now we're on board with the number 7, James Scarley, who, by the way, he was the biggest loser in the point standings after Bristol Dirt. He was down 10 spots in the point. Not a good showing for that number 7, but looking for a good rebound here. And right on cue, Jake Nichols to the top of the chart with a 40.702. Was just going to say he was the quickest driver in practice, and that's part of my bet for Solar Flare Racing. So that number 91 just seems to be fast week in and week out in the early goings of this Cup season. But the 7 will drop a 41.420. That's 30th quickest, but we'll see if he can pick it up on his second lap. I've almost guaranteed every single guy that they'll pick it up on their second lap, but I don't know, because we've seen quite a bit of guys get sideways, whether it's in turn 2, turn 4, they go down the front stretch grass. I mean, who knows?
All right. I'm watching the 79 of Tyler Nichols. Looks like he's the only one out on track right now.
He
first lap.
Sky only bobbled there in 3 and 4, and he's just going to stop. Boy, a lot of drivers not being able to put down second lap time, whether it's contact with the wall or skin loose, they just back out of it. And a little shout out to Chris Seinfeld up there in the number 45. He's got that car 5th quickest with a 40.850. I think he's just logging laps at this point.
Yep. 45 of Chris. Yeah, I've known Chris for a while.
Dwayne Culberson, the biggest mover after Bristol Dirt, up 14 spots in points. He's up to 9th quickest on our practice chart. And like you mentioned, the 79 of Tyler Nichols. That is the brother of Jake Nichols. So hopefully brothers share with him that speed. They're on the same team, Solar Flare Racing, along with Dwayne Culberson.
See, well, Tyler is going to go, it looks like, into 22nd from what I'm seeing.
Yep, 22nd quickest for the number 79 of Tyler Nichols. We've got about less than a minute left in our qualifying session remaining. Still a handful of guys who have yet to go out, including Jacob Bell, David Weishart, and Garrett Grant, and Will Davis as well. So it looks like those drivers will not be going through with qualifying. Bit shocking to see Jacob Bell sit out qualifying. But who knows?
Well, I think it's a smart move. I mean, I look at Auto Club, Michigan, kind of like Daytona and Talladega, Hunter. I mean, fast speeds, draft, you know, start in the back, work your way up.
Yeah, very well could be. You never know. I mean, we do have a full field of 40 cars here at Auto Club, and anything can happen in those 105 laps that we have slated for us here tonight. And we'll get your grid up in just a moment. And here we go. On the pole, on the inside lane, will be Jake Nichols in the 91 with Ryan Hartz to his outside, starting in second. Row 2, it's Paul Irvin and Nick Johnston. Row 3, Chris Steinfeinen and Drew Trader. Row 4, Matthew Robinson going to start in the 7th spot. And on the 8th spot to his outside is Randy Bechtel. And in row 5, Dwayne Culberson in the 81 and Cameron Hearn in the 67.
Connor O'Kresick in 11th, Michael Larch in 12th, Corey Carpenter 13th, Jordan Martin 14th, Delonta Ballard in 15th, Garrett He 16th, Tyler Sifford 17th, Brian Wasserman in 18th. I call him the Dos Equis machine, so I'm going to go ahead and go with that. Dominic Dalio or Delio?
Delio.
Delio in 19th, and Daniel Miglin in 20th.
Row 11, it's James Shanewolf and Tyler Nichols. Row 12, it's Ed Robertson and Eli Green, last week's winner at Bristol Dirt. Row 13, it's Area 500 winner Brad Slaughter and the number 8 car. Matt Alverson. Row 14, it's going to be the 58 of Justin Wilson and Rafe Slate. In row 15, going to be Forrest Smith and Ryan Swan.
Jay Perkins 31st, James Scully 32nd, Scioli, sorry. Gary Lewis 33rd, Adam Capps 34th, and Alan Balancino 35th, Mark Patterson in 36th, David Weishart 37th, Garrett Grant 38th, Jacob Bell 39th, and Pierce Maffitt in 40th. I believe he is one of our admins, correct?
Yeah, he is one of the series directors here, and Will Davis is actually the 40th driver, so only 20 rows, not 21. Just Pierce decided to go out and log in some laps and gain some knowledge of the next-gen cars. That's our full 40-car field, and we'll see the pace car bring the guys out of pit road before we bring him down for the green flag. I'm going to go ahead and make my pick. I did put Solar Flare Racing in for my bets, which you can get in just before the green flag at the very last moment. Type in exclamation point bet and the team name and however many channel points you have on that team. And I picked Solar Flare Racing, but the driver I'm looking at is the 91 of Jake Nichols. I'm going to go with him winning today at Auto Club.
Well, actually, I actually picked my pick prior to your pick, so my pick was actually Jake Nichols as well, so that is my pick as well.
Alrighty, Harold, what's your pick?
Well, I picked Solar Winds earlier. Actually, I've put the bet in them, but I'm going to have to break it up, and I'm going to go with Ryan Hartz to upset everybody, and he'll take my points too, so. My dark horse is James Scioli from the back, by the way.
Dark horse, okay. Interesting. So Ryan Hart's on the outside. That's Harold's pick. He won the last race we had on the AREAiRacing Twitch channel for the Lockbox Series at Bristol Concrete. And Jake Nichols going to start things off. Pace car pulls in the pit road. Jake Nichols, Ryan Hart's on the front row, leading the field down for the green flag. And we are underway from Auto Club. Field works their way down the backstretch now and into turn 3. Jake Nichols holding with a pretty stout lead over Ryan Hart so far. Paul Irvin holding on to that third spot. Got to go back to 4th between Drew Trader and Nick Johnston before the side-by-side action takes place. And you can just see how wide this track is. Everybody's using every inch of the racetrack, and later on we'll start to see that apron become a factor.
And we all know Auto Club is known for a lot of 3 wide too. So
Heck, you could put you can land an airplane next to the cars here. Is that wide? It's huge, but they do tend to find each other at high speeds. So we'll see how this race goes. One good thing we got to mention there, though, Hunter, is Xfinity on the 48 gets that slide off of 4, and the caution's out.
Paul Irvin. Yeah, we got a caution there. It might have been in the back. Don't think it was for Paul Irvin. It might have had something to do with the back, but we're seeing a lot of guys. Looks like Forrest Smith might have been a part of that as well. We'll go ahead and take a look at our one-to-go replay to look exactly what brought out the caution.
Like, wait for it.
oh, right there. I'm on the 89 of Tyler Sifford here. So I'm sure you'll see it.
I see a person sliding right in the middle there.
Yeah, right in the middle of 3 and 4. It looks like they might have gone a bit loose.
Oh, that was the 21.
The 21?
Yes.
That's the Latte Ballard.
Yep. So I can maybe get a nice. There we go. Let's back it up some. Yeah, because I saw him get a little loose, and that's what seemed to start this whole chain of events. So he's going in the 4, gets on the gas a little early, and boop, tapped by the 30, and the 22 makes contact in the back. There's back up here, kind of give us a little bit more review. Let's try to get the.
It looks like that was actually the 89 of Dwayne Culberson there, just behind Delonte Ballard, that got hit by Dom DeLeo.
I think the chopper's a little bit too tall tonight, so we kind of bring it in some. Here we go.
Tyler Sifford, so.
Yeah, so right there, the 21 just gets loose, and we've seen these guys get loose quite a bit in the qualifying session.
30 taps him.
Oh, boy, yeah, you got bumper cars going on here.
There's a 4 and a 31.
Wow. Actually, Delonte got quite a bit of air, than that number 21 car might have gone upside down. Oh, close.
Yep. Wow. Big damage early for the 21.
Yeah, and a number of other drivers as well I'm seeing on pit road. Got a lot. Looks like Brad Slaughter is actually disconnected for the night.
Yeah, I'm going back and looking at that here. Hang on just a second. Trying to see.
Not sure if he was collecting that.
He was in it. Drivers in it involve Slaughter, Shane Wolf, Sifford, Ballard, Weishart, and Wilson, as well as TK Nichols, Garrett Grant, Adam Capps, and Corey Carpenter, Matt and Mark Peterson, all 4, and then Dominic DeLeo as well. Everybody had contact. You look at your scoring screens. Everybody with those 4s, those were the people that were involved.
Oh, yeah, there are quite a bit. Oh, boy.
A lot of drivers and a lot of damage. And, Brad Slaughter, all he had to do is start these races. He's locked in, isn't he? Or no? We got to look at that again.
No, he's locked in. Yeah.
He's got to win. He's going to win the first race. That's right. So, no reason to be, limping around. You don't need to.
But a very early exit for that number 88 of Brad Slaughter. Very unfortunate there to see very early in the going. We'll have 100 laps to go when these guys cross the stripe.
Oh, Auto Club. Typical Auto Club.
I feel like that could be a pattern that we might see throughout the rest of the night, just with guys getting loose. But I would think that would happen more on corner exit than corner entry. That was a bit of a weird one there.
Well, the way these high-speed tracks go, Hunter, though, with these cars, remember we were talking about how they're
asymmetrical.
Asymmetrical, that's right. So, they're starting to get back into the gas. So it's technically, if you take the turn 1, 3, and 4 as one corner, then it is turn exit, even though it is the entry to 4. They're already getting back onto the throttle. and that's where they're making it's that changing of momentum, from the car, gearing down to going off the front tires to the back tires is causing the car to get upset.
Well, here we
Shift
go.
the
Coming
momentum.
back to the green, it is Jake Nichols leading the way once again with Ryan Hartz to the outside. Paul Irvin surprisingly kept third. I guess the caution came out a little earlier than when the 48 got sideways because he was going to lose a lot of spots had we stayed green.
Luckily for him, and that's what happened. I'm hearing some crashing in the background, that's what we have.
The caution
it was like Meglin and Slate
out immediately.
So let's try to get to this one.
Yeah, looks like the number 4. Yep.
Yep. So we'll get another one to go replay at that.
Okay, trying to figure why is it getting crazy on me here? Because, all right, come on, guys.
Oh, all right. You're gonna see it here, but oof. Looks like coming in the middle of the corner.
Up into the wall
wow.
of the 4.
Oh my goodness.
And that's large, like just completely. Wow. And that, again, that's that coming off of 3 and entry into 4, and you see Larch just.
That was
dark.
1 and 2.
It was 1 and 2. Sorry. So coming off of 2, the same type of issue. That's Dan Meglin. I thought it was Mike. I think Larch is a 4 in 1 of the series.
Yes.
Yeah, Daniel Picklen, yeah. I mean, I don't know what happened there. But
He just auto-corrected.
Yeah, that's almost like maybe a malfunction in the steering wheel. Because that's like something we saw with Matthew Robinson the other day with these cars.
Well,
they just a huge.
We saw that he got a little loose right there and just tried to correct it, but it was overcorrecting. Collected a couple more drivers involved, but it would not surprise me if that 4 is done for the night. I mean, that's terminal damage. Although we are seeing that Justin Wilson and Rafe Slate have also called it a night.
Yes, Slate was collected on that one. So 20 drivers have stayed out. Only 19 of those drivers have remained clean. Everyone else, damage or incidents, quite a bit actually. And Paul Irvin didn't hit anything, but he was given a 1 incident point for leaving the track surface.
Yeah, that was from the previous caution because of him getting loose.
But apparently he didn't hit anything, so.
Very early here on Auto Club, lap number 8 of 105 for the AREAiRacing.Shop 210, presented by Elite Entertainment. We would like to thank Elite Entertainment for their support of the Elite Entertainment Cup Series this season in area. Be sure to check out Elite Entertainment on Facebook and book them to DJ your next event. So very early on, we're starting to see that just the slight bit of looseness that you get in these cars can just upset it. And we saw just there with Daniel Miglin. It's just barely loose, and then you go to just correct it, and then it just snaps on you.
What I call it is snappy loosey-goosey. That's what I call it.
Do they do weddings? I'm pretty sure they do. You'd have to message them on Facebook.
Yeah, definitely. From what I saw, all DJ events. So if you're looking for a DJ for a wedding, I'm sure Mr. Caps and Elite Entertainment would definitely love to hear from you. You check them out on their Facebook site through us here, or you can even they might even see just what you saw right there. Does he have a fog machine? That I don't know.
He might. He actually might.
Yeah, I mean, that's something you'd have to ask him, but I mean, he's a professional DJ in the South Carolina area. So if you're looking for that, that's definitely somebody to get a hold of. I'm sure he would like business through his sponsorship. That would be great.
And so we're coming up on the next restart here. Still, it feels exactly like Thursday night. The front row has not changed at all for the restarts.
Yep. But I say for Elite Entertainment, if they get their money's worth of their sponsorship. So make sure when you go over there, you tell them that we sent you. She saw it here on Area, so he knows that his sponsorship money is working for him.
All right, well, here we go. Let's hope to get a nice old green flag run here. With Jake Nichols on the inside leading the way once again. Ryan Hart's on the outside. Pace car back down pit road once again. Going to come up on lap 10 of 105 here with a green flag back out at Auto Club. That was a good jump from the 91 of Nichols. The field fans out again, 2 and 3 wide through 1 and 2.
Okay, all right, I'm going back to the back. Oh, something happened to Ryan Swan in the number 1. No caution.
Yeah, that one is off the pace. He might have gone sideways. I don't believe he came down pit road recently. No, he restarted 24th, so not really sure what went on there. We'll go back up to the front where the 3 of Ryan Hart's has closed in on the race leader, Jake Nichols. Nick Johnston taking away that 3rd spot from Paul Irvin right behind.
And there's a lot of action going on. I'm seeing almost 3 wide around the 81 of Dwayne Culberson. Not quite 3 wide. He has fallen back a hair, but it was close to 3 wide right here. 34 right up ahead.
Whoa. We got a car loose on the inside. That might be Eli Green.
On the outside was the 8. Eli Green and the 02 was on the inside.
Well, Connor O'Kresick, fastest lap of the race, and he's in the 8th spot. There he is in the 14, just behind the 45 of Sign Fine. Got a train almost cars up here for the first 8 spots or so, and then you get down in the corner, and then we got guys that could choose the middle, the bottom, the top. And we see, a big wreck. Raider into the wall, spinning like a top. The caution's going to come out. Connor O'Kresick involved as well.
We were just on Drew Trader, saw that car snap to the right, got loose to the left, and he snapped to the right, and round he went, and that's going to be the end of his night. Take him right through coming out of turn 3, and we'll show you what happened there.
Yeah, that was seemed like once again just got loose and tried to correct and just snapped on him. This is similar to what we saw with the real life Cup Series, just how loose these cars can get and how difficult it is at saving them.
Oh yeah.
So he's on the outside of Cameron here.
Yep.
And like just when he shifts to the 45 gets loose, and then he gets loose into the Connor O'Kresick, and then the 11 drove through him basically.
Oh.
I wonder if Jordan Martin was actually considered. Look at it. You can see the tires still spinning on the 25.
Yeah, the 45 of Science was close to getting sideswiped there by Connor O'Kresick in the 14, but you mentioned he got loose there on the bottom as well. That's what I was paying attention to, and then saw the spin on the outside.
So, Calamity Corner has been that turn number 4 on entry to 4 as the guys change from lifting to getting back into full throttle. I guess they need to talk to DW about putting the egg underneath that loud pedal. Getting there nice and easy and transfer that weight.
Yeah, so 3rd caution here. We've had some really nice racing, but it's just cars get way too loose, and it's just once it's loose, you just hold on for the best.
Well, looks like the top 19, Hunter, Harold, they have yet to come down.
Yeah, we've had 3 cautions within 14 laps, so just wouldn't hurt. Stay out a little longer, but these guys will have to come down at some point with the fuel window looking at 45 to 50.
Now,
the cautions, that's going to change.
now with my in my opinion, if I'm seeing and all this stuff in my rearview mirror, I'm not coming down. They're gonna put me in the back with it. Stay out of that trouble as long as I can.
Yeah, we'll actually try and find where Jacob Bell is on the racetrack. Is he actually 27th?
Yep.
So he was one of the few drivers that chose not to qualify and to start in the back, but it seems like a
He
good
just
bit of action has happened towards the back.
He's pitted just now.
Oh, he has pitted.
Yep, that's his pit because he's got one lap on his tires. So Jake's taking that advantage of getting on pit lane, but then he's just gonna have to watch out for, any calamity that may happen in front of him.
Yeah, this is turning the quite the opposite that we saw the last time we were here. It was season 1. It was fuel mileage, and this one is just a
Survival.
bit of a survival of the fittest, if you will.
Thought I heard "I'm a Survivor" being played over the loudspeaker.
it might have. Who knows? So we're gonna rack them up and stack them up once again here on this restart, where once again it's the 91 Jake Nichols on the inside, the 3 of Ryan Hart's on the outside. Then we got Nick Johnston on the bottom there for row 2, and Paul Irvin in the 48. Cameron Hearn has cracked the top 5. The number 67 car is in 5th with Simon Fiden, Bechtel, Heath, Larch, and Jordan Martin rounding out the top 10.
Rack them up, stack them up. Now, I know that saying. Say that pretty much all the time.
So we'll see if these guys can hold on to it and log in some laps here. Still early on, have about 90 laps to go when they cross the stripe. Jake Nichols, once again, the control car on the bottom as they approach the restart zone. And once again, back underway, Green Flag Racing at Auto Club.
If we can get some green flag runs here, Hunter Harold, oh my gosh. I can only imagine what would happen under green flag pit stops.
Yeah, I don't even know if we'll get to green flag pit stops with this rate, but who knows? It could happen. This could be the run where we go 40-plus laps. Green flag racing. Ryan Hart's actually under fire from Nick Johnston just behind him in the number 28 for that second spot.
Yeah, I'm kind of going through the field here, seeing a lot of drivers, 3 wide here, 23, 02. Well, that didn't last long.
Yeah, we saw Eli Green go down on the apron, and he got his car a little wiggly and quickly came back up. He's in the back there, right outside, or actually right inside the top 10.
I'm going back here to the single file action. Checking things out, back of the field. Nothing really going on. Got some side by side, but nothing major.
So here we see big wreck in the back. Huge wreck. Number of cars involved spinning across the front stretch.
Randy Bechtel, 36. I just clicked on him.
Like Alan Balancino was involved in that as well. So we'll take a look at our one-to-go replay again.
You see how the 0-2, he's cutting down below that line on the restart, in the restart area of the stripe, but it's under control. He's just trying to get the most out of it down there. I don't know if I'd be putting my car down there this early in the race, but if it works for you, keep it up, Eli. 36 of Bechtel. So Eli gets right behind him here, and it was turns 3 and 4, I believe, is where we saw this happening.
Yeah, I think Randy Bechtel, I think this is where it all started here, as we're going to see it here pretty quickly.
Jordan Martin gets loose. Bechtel goes up. He gets loose into Eli Green. And then back in front of the field.
34.
That's Will Davis.
That's Matthew Robinson involved.
Oh, man. Tough break. It just seems like these guys, they get so loose.
And you get no resets, Hunter and Harold. I mean, if you get damage, you got to get it fixed. And the engine damage, you guys know it. It's that could do it for you.
They very well could.
Yeah.
So once again, the caution back out here at Auto Club in the early stages of the area iRacing.Shop 210, in which just over the weekend, Jacob Bell has teamed together with some of our drivers and myself including for some merch. So you can type in into your laptop or Google Chrome on your phone, whatever you got. If you got technology, you can type in this website, AREAiRacing.Shop. You can select from drivers such as Cameron Hearn, Ryan Hartz, James Shanewolf, or you can even purchase the commentators collection of the Louisiana Dive Bomb. That is my own, so I had to give myself a little promo there. But you can buy things from up to shirts, tank tops, sweatshirts, crop sweatshirts, stickers. You can even buy a pillow.
Wow.
And that's all at AREAiRacing.Shop. And it's something that, like I said, Jacob Bell has worked with, still working with some drivers to get some merch out. So if you want to get some of your favorite drivers' merch or commentators' merch,
Has the
wink, wink,
Sasquatch
that's
showed up
me.
yet?
I
Has
don't think it's shown up just yet.
Sasquatch isn't showing up yet? What?
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 But who knows? We're still working on some
He's
drivers.
a Tuesday night thing, though, you know.
Yeah. But nonetheless, check out AREAiRacing.Shop to find your favorite drivers' merch today.
Wow. We have 6 drivers out already.
Yeah, it looks like Ray Slate, Corey Carpenter, Daniel Miglin, Justin Wilson, James Shane Wolf, and Brad Slaughter.
Delonte Ballard down 11 laps, Sifford down 9, Trader down 8, Gary Lewis down 6, Will Davis 2 laps back, Randy Bechtel down a lap. So only 28 cars on the lead lap at this point.
I was looking at it here. Oh, sorry, Hunter. Go ahead.
I'll say we go to Darlington in a few weeks, but this seems like this track is too tough to tame also, just on the West Coast.
Yeah.
I was looking at it here. 4 cautions in 20 laps. This is not normal for Auto Club.
No, that is not dope. So we see the lights are out on the pace car, and once again, we will be going green flag racing this time by. And once again, Jake Nichols will be the control car on the bottom with Ryan Hartz on the outside. Looking through here, we've had some more drivers come down pit road, make some pit stops from the top 14. They have yet to come down and pit. So that's something to keep an eye on if these cautions do continue to fly. Actually, 15. The oh, never mind. It just glitched. We're good. It unglitched itself.
Unglitched to another glitch. Okay, got it.
It looks like Randy Bechtel has disconnected for the night.
Yeah.
Will Davis as well. So
yep, Will too. Yep.
They're continuing to drop like flies here at Auto Club. Pace car back down pit road. Jake Nichols on the bottom. Ryan Hart's on the top. Going to restart once again here at Auto Club.
Yeah, I think this is a product of driving to get used to the car by yourself and not in a pack. And, you know, the air moves around your car differently when you're around other cars. And it's causing the car to be upset or react differently. And the driver not used to it in all the laps that they were doing. So, you know, I think that's we haven't they may have not have drove these cars in competition here yet. And that's what our drivers are seeing. It's like you see guys like Jake Nichols and Ryan Hart, Cameron Hearn. These guys have probably been getting a lot of practice in.
You know, just that time we saw Nick Johnson try to clear Ryan Hart for that second spot off turn 2. Couldn't quite do it. Now he's fading back, trying to hold on to third from Cameron Hearn on the outside.
I'm looking at it here going, I know it's early, but 31st to 13th, the number 49 of Jay Perkins right now, NP13. I mean, he's having a pretty good run right now here.
Yeah, worked up quite a bit of spots that Perkins machine has.
Infinite
See him
Gaming,
right there, number 49.
Is that 3 wide type of thing we were talking about earlier? As the 8 just squeeze this out.
Yeah, just in front, these guys are all over the place from the top to the bottom down the front stretch. Ryan Hartz is leading a pack of his own because Jake Nichols has checked out. So we got Cameron Hearn now to the outside of the 3, looking for that second spot.
Something we saw in the Cup Series, the actual NASCAR Cup Series, was Auto Club is now, actually, was it? Am I messing up? I think it was Atlanta that was the one that they changed to make it more like a super speedway.
Yes.
Yeah.
And it's almost like Auto Club is acting that way now. Look at all the pack racing. We're not used to seeing this at Auto Club. Not this many cars together.
I don't think Jake Nichols is running the same package as the guys in the back, though. He is half a second lead from everyone.
But I mean,
and Ryan Hart is actually falling back to 4th.
Yeah, there'd be small packs together, but not like this. I mean, I don't remember us going through this at all last season with this many cars in a train.
Nothing. We're starting to see the 48 of Paul Irvin fall to the back there with Garrett Heath to his outside looking for that 7th spot.
But the package may have, they said they were trying to make all the cars even. They may have made them way too even.
Yeah, way too even, yeah.
Now they're all in pack racing, and you know what pack racing causes. If you don't know what pack racing causes, just watch NASCAR this week at Talladega.
Yeah. Go to Talladega this weekend.
That was the 48. Paul Irvin, he got loose, and he's falling back even further.
Yeah, that 48 car, I think the tire wear is starting to fall off a bit more on that number 48 machine. Boy, up front, Nick Johnson, the 28, trying to track down our leader, Jake Nichols, who still has a half-second lead over Johnston.
Another
trying to lead a pack of his own.
Another driver out, Connor O'Krizik.
Oh.
Yeah, Auto Club is claiming a lot of cars tonight.
You gotta wait till they get to Dover. Come on, guys. The monster's not here.
Calamity Auto Club. I guess
Yeah.
we can call it.
Well, one guy that's been known to tame the monster at Dover is Ryan Hart, and he's fallen all the way back to 5th since we restarted.
Ooh.
Seems like they've got everything straightened out, though, because now the first few cars up here are single file. Still some swerving in the back, but definitely time being made up with Nick Johnston leading the way. Cameron Hearn right behind. Chris Seinfeld in 4th. Then you got to go back to 5th, where Ryan Hart's going to hold on to that. Jordan Martin right behind. Behind those two, battling for 7th, Garrett Heath on the inside, Matt Alverson on the outside.
That's what I'm watching, Hunter, is that battle right there. That's what I was watching.
Settles it out right there.
Oh, and they have caught the race leader, Nick Johnston. Nick Johnston's caught Jake Nichols.
Like the 8 did contact the 11 here, but no caution. Everybody's A-okay. I would watch the 8 and the 11. I would definitely watch the 8 and 11. I think there's something brewing between them two.
28 on the back of the 91. I wonder if he backed it up to them, or they worked together to get up to him.
No, I think they work together. They've been single file up there for last handful of laps or so. So it seems like you can catch the car in front, but passing is different, especially when it's the leader. But Nick Johnson's going to give it a go, going into turn 1, side by side for that lead.
Oh, car in the back
contact!
3.
Jordan Martin and Ryan Hart's collect into the wall. Boy, oh boy. Caution back out again, just as Nick Johnston took the lead, and he's going to keep it.
And we saw Hearts involved in that one.
We'll see it right here in our 1 to go replay.
3
We
in the
got some
8.
green flag laps in. Yeah, the 11.
Oh,
It was like you saw that. It looks like Alverson comes down. It didn't expect the 3 to go down as much as he did. You see here, closing, and turn.
Oh, yeah, that was a. My apologies.
Yep.
there. Oh,
As he comes down, still spinning.
Oh, and then
oh no!
Oh, wow. Who's that blue car that came in there at the end? The 81
looking through it.
of
That's Dwayne Culberson.
Yeah.
Yep.
Wow. Rough for Ryan Swan. Because he was just
Ryan Hartz.
Ryan Hart, sorry, not Swan. It's the other Ryan.
the other Ryan.
Yeah, there you go.
Not that Ryan, the other Ryan.
Not only a rough going for him, but Jake Nichols. He's led every lap since the jump of the green flag, and then Nick Johnston makes a move right when the caution comes out, and he just snatches the lead away from Jake Nichols.
It's not going to be a sweep for Jake with the every lap led. So, you know.
No. Well, I was going to say, it'd be interesting to see if he comes down pit road here after losing the lead, and it looks like he will, and the leader will come down. Seinfein's going to stay out. Someone else will stay out as well. It looks like that is, once we get scoring up, David Weishart. These two are related, so no surprise that they stay out. Forrest Smith staying out as well. Alan Balancino also staying out, but from there on back, they're going to be pitting, and Eli Green stays out as well.
So it looks like top 4. Oh, Eli Green top 5. All right. So top 5 gonna stay out. That, you know, Auto Club to me is a super speedway, and we're seeing that here tonight. This is the next gen, right?
Yep.
Okay. Oh, did Ryan Hartz take his car behind the wall? Or am I having...
No, let me check.
Yeah, he's out.
Oh,
Man, that is a rough blow to the 3.
Yep. Ryan Hart's in. Look, I'm showing him in gray. It shows me that he's been disconnected.
yeah, it looks like he is out. Oh,
But I was going to say, the Forrest Smith, Alan Balancino, Eli Green have all pitted recently. Weishart a little bit before them. He's got 19 laps out there. But Seidenfaden has all 32. He's the only car that has not pit yet, and he's the current leader.
well, I'm changing my pick. No, I can't. Chris trying to do Seidenfaden things. Different strategy, maybe? I think so.
We'll see here with the 1 to go to green. So it's going to be Chris Seinfeld leading things from the outside. And David Weishart on the bottom. Balancino going to be third on the bottom. Actually, no, Forrest Smith on the bottom, then Balancino. Jake Nichols going to restart 6th with Eli Green 5th on the bottom. So Jake Nichols was the first driver to come off pit road. Then behind him, it's Cameron Hearn, Jordan Martin, Garrett Heath, and Nick Johnston rounding out the top 10.
Oh, boy. Oh, boy.
Yeah, oh boy, indeed. There's the in-studio setup with David Weishart. So we'll restart it from the gyro cam up there, and then from Weishart's perspective in his studio.
And here we go.
So Weishart on the bottom, Sci-Fi in the lead. Got to go to third with Balancino and Forrest Smith door to door. Then a good bit of side-by-side action right behind the top five. 91 of Jake Nichols making some ground on the outside with the fresh tires, looking for that fourth spot from Forrest Smith.
But can he do it? Yeah, that's the thing. Even on... Oh, we got a caution.
Yep, the caution is out. Looking
Dominic
through.
Oh, the number 22.
All right, so Dom DeLeo looks like to be involved in this caution. We'll take a look at our one-to-go replay once again. Try to find the cause of the accident here. Looks like the 22 of Dom DeLeo might have been involved in this.
Looks like it started right up ahead of them, maybe with the 11 and the 48, maybe, and 22 got loose. Okay, go ahead and get it here.
It was right in front of him. I think that's the Jordan Martin machine that was loose.
So that would be the 11.
Oh, and then Dom got loose right next to him.
Yes, yeah.
Boy, very fortunate. It could have been much worse for those two. And then Eli Green was getting loose there, just in front of the pit entry. Very fortunate for all those guys that none of them got any serious damage. But we're under caution here once again on lap 36 of 105 for the AREAiRacing.Shop 210. Looking through longest race ever. Oh no, this compared to Phoenix, Phoenix was much longer. Still good. Yeah, still good. I think it's Paul Irvin that was saying that. It's still good, yeah. Living up to the nickname Swervin' Irvin, that number 48 car. Looks like that's Dwayne Culberson going on the outside of getting the free pass. Jake Nichols did not take the fourth spot away from Forrest Smith just before that caution came out, so he's going to restart in the fifth spot once again. So I'm actually looking here. Our race leader, Chris Seinfine, is the only one who has yet to come down and pit during the race. David Weishart's running on 23 laps, 16 for Alan Balancino, 17 for Forrest Smith, and then 16 for Eli Green, but he was in the grass. So interesting to see if the 45 will come down pit road. Looks like he's going to stay out. See if we get the one to go this time by as the pace car rolls around the field. It's looking that way, and we do.
You know, Hunter, Harold, we're still way early here. I mean, we're 37 laps into 105. Self-cleaning track.
I mean, we're not even halfway through, but
no.
Yeah. So we got 6 cautions so far.
How many do we have on the lead lap? I'm showing 25. Matthew Robinson.
25 on the lead lap.
Yeah. Okay. So, yeah, Matthew Robinson being the last driver on the lead lap. Go ahead, bud.
So now we'll see the 45 restart on the bottom. That previous time we saw him restart on the outside, and everyone else has started on the inside, or restarted on the inside line. So it'll be Sci-Fi on the bottom, Weishart on the top, with Balancino, Smith, and Nichols rounding out the top 5. Then Hearn, Green, Heath, Johnston, and Larch? No, whoever's in 11th is going to restart 10th, I believe.
Showing Ed Robertson.
Robertson, yep. There he is, last car on the outside lane for row 5. Going to restart 10th. Slowly but surely, the laps are winding down here. The lights are coming on in Southern California at Auto Club Speedway. We're going to get this thing rolling back. Green flag racing once again under the lights. Number of drivers going up to the top that time, not wasting any chance to do so. Eli Green, Chris Scienfine among those. The track temp's going to go down definitely. We saw it in the pre-race. It was at 68 degrees, and especially with the sun setting, the lights coming on, temps are going to go down quite a bit here for these guys.
Got to battle up front here.
Oh, trying to thread the needle maybe? No.
Ooh.
Looked like it was going to be 3 wide there. Weishart, Balancino, Forrest Smith with nowhere to go, so he's just going to stay tucked in as they go into turn 1.
So that was outside, and 70 going at it again with the 33. Oh, golly.
Yeah, and he's going to have some help. He's going to have Jake Nichols right behind that's going to give him some sort of push down this long backstretch. Bumpy backstretch, too.
Now, going back here, the 7, 11, 48, 64. I'm watching some action back here toward the back. Mid-pack, about 13. So just pick your poison, and 3 wide. Nope, not quite.
Boy, it is a dogfight up here for this second spot. Got Forrest Smith now looking to take second away. On the outside.
On the outside. Wow.
Oh, he's going to cut it close with that wall there. Ooh.
Ooh.
Man, he's not going to be able to close it. Oh. Weishart tried to shut the door. Here comes Jake Nichols on the bottom. 3 wide going into 3.
There's that 3 wide.
He's going to take second away from both Forrest Smith and David Weishart. Now they're both going to be back looking for that third spot now.
It's not over.
This 9-car pack with Eli Green being the 9th driver in this pack. Still Chris Scienfine leading the way.
Back here with James Scioli in the 7 to the inside of the 11 of Jordan.
Oh, looked like Weishart got close to the wall there that time. How many holes are straight? And Jake Nichols actually taking the lead as they were working down the backstretch. Those newer tires coming into play for the number 91, as Scienfine is the only car who has yet to come down pit road since the green flag has flown.
Golly, 42 laps for Seidenfaden in the 45. Golly.
Yeah, he's going to be running close on fuel here if we don't get a caution here. He's going to have to come down.
Yeah, but is it
granted?
Go ahead.
I'll say for granted, he's had some time to save some fuel under these cautions. But how much longer can that 45 go without pitting?
Yeah. Well, he can save tire under cautions and save fuel, but you know, man, it's getting wild back here. Oh no!
There goes Cameron Hearn. Cameron Hearn spinning into the inside wall, coming back up on the track.
Oh wow!
Oh, they're spinning down in turn 1.
Oh.
Boy, how did no one hit the 67 of Cameron Hearn just coming back up onto the racetrack? Looked like a couple of cars might have slid in turn 1 to avoid him, but
yeah,
wow.
I'm seeing Garrett.
He actually had a little bit of help. He had some help.
Yeah.
Whether Eli.
That was a bad bump from the 02 of Eli Green. So he was looking to get behind Garrett Heath, Cameron Hearn was, and then Eli Green was
right there. Yeah,
bad bump there on the front stretch. Into the inside wall, back up on the track. Can't quite tell what car that was that spun to avoid hitting him, but I mean, absolute chaos there. How it was only a hit to the inside wall for Cameron Hearn.
Cameron, yeah, he took a lick there to the inside wall.
Oh, was it the? No, I don't think it was the 77 of Jacob Bell. No, it might have been. No, it was. Oh. Garrett Grant gets clipped. Can't tell what car that is. That's off the screen right there.
I think that was Garrett Grant.
No, I'm trying to. The car behind him was the one that turned him.
Every time turn 2.
The 5 or the 79.
It was
Right there in the inside. Interesting. Okay.
Wasserman.
Wasserman. Okay, that was the car. Couldn't quite tell because it was in a flash. And so these guys coming down pit road. Looks like Sci-Fi stays out once again.
Maybe he knows something we don't.
I mean, very well could be.
The Jake, Chris, David, Alan, Nicholas, top 5 from what I'm seeing.
Oh, well, we're closing in on halfway. But from what I'm seeing so far, looseness is what's offsetting everything. Because as soon as your car gets loose, good luck. That last time we just saw, it was a bad bump given from Eli Green to Cameron Hearn.
Cold tires. Looks like Cameron Hearn took his car behind the wall. He's done.
Wow, so Cameron Hearn out.
From what I'm seeing, I think he did.
Yep, he has disconnected. So Cameron Hearn done for the night. I don't think there was any ill intent there from Eli Green. I mean, I know the two had a controversial finish last week at Bristol Dirt, but don't believe it carried into what transpired. I think it was just a bad bump there down the front stretch. Nonetheless, Cameron Hearn has retired from the race. I think Drew Trader's retired as well, although it's still showing that he's in pit road. He's been there for how long is that? No, I think that's an hour. But he's been on pit road for quite some time. 23 laps down. The number 25, but the lights are out on the pace car. Jake Nichols going to restart on the bottom. Chris Scienfine on the outside. Scienfine has still yet to come down pit road.
Well, here we go again.
Yep, here we go again indeed. Motor blue. Okay, I believe that is Trader. So his motor is passed. So it looks like we have 27 cars still in the running. Although it looks like 22 are on the lead lap. Actually, 23, my apologies. Jake Nichols going to lead this thing back under green flag conditions once again here at Auto Club. Boy, Jake Nichols just gets a good jump every time he's the leader.
Oh, that just goes to show, in order to be the best, you got to beat the best. Yeah, I'm just saying.
Absolutely.
I'm just saying. You don't
Doing
know
everything
Jake
it takes.
Nichols, you better.
Yeah. Although Scienfine on 47 lap old tires, not letting him go just yet.
Randy Bechtel back out on the racetrack after 30 minutes of repair work.
Oh, Bechtel's back out. Okay.
Nice.
He is 33rd
Try.
26 laps down.
Let me see how
He's going back in.
maybe he's like, I don't know about that. You know.
Well, in 2 laps, he could pick up a position
Yep.
from Drew Trader and go into 32nd. And get more points. I'm just saying.
Jake Nichols seems to have checked out to a 4-car length lead. Meanwhile, in the back, they're door-to-door for third. Looks like Weishart and Nick Johnston there on the bottom trying to get around him.
Watch him back here with Ed Robertson, the number 64, outside of the 49 of Jay Perkins. But it looks like
49.
He grabbed Perkins.
He grabbed the aprons, the 49 of Perkins.
Oh,
did.
he saved it too. What an amazing job from Jay Perkins, keeping that car straight. And no caution just yet, although they are swerving just in front of him. That's Adam Capps there in the 55.
Oh, what a save. Wow.
If he got that left car down there, left front tire underneath the white line, which is flat area. Car did not like that at all, but he did a really good job on the wheel to keep that car going straight.
We've seen it. We've seen a handful of times in this race too on the front stretch. Eli Green gone down on the front stretch apron, and just the car does not like being flat.
Watching Adam Capps here, the number 55. He's on the inside. Well, he was. Now it's single file on the backstretch down into turn 3.
And my dark pick here, the number 7 of Scioli breaking the top 10 for the first time tonight.
Turn 32nd. Hey, good run for him though.
He did not do well on his qualifying. Scioli does a lot better than that. He found the wall on his second lap in the qualifying.
It looks like a battle back up front here. That is going to be, what is that, third, fourth? Nicholas Johnson, David Weishart, I believe. Well, here we go, single file again.
Yeah, things starting to mellow out once again. The 91 of Jake Nichols in a league of his own, pulling away from that second place as we move back here. Adam Capps, Jordan Martin, and Eli Green, 9th, 10th, and 11th on the track.
Jake's only a half a second, though, ahead of Chris. And, man, I cannot believe Chris Seidenfaden has been out here 52 laps. The only driver, like you said, that is yet to pit. This is insane.
Well, you got to take into consideration all the cautions that we had early on, all the times that he's had to save fuel, save tires under the caution. That had to have go into it, but I don't think we can see him go 50 laps to the checker here.
Well, Nicholas Johnson is going to take over. It looks like that second spot here as we get...
Sci-Fi trying to cross him over. Oh, close to making contact. They're door-to-door for second, and they're door-to-door for fourth. Well, they were. Now they are again.
Oh, my gosh.
Boy, got a good bit of balance going on, but Johnson takes over the second spot.
Yeah.
And the caution comes out.
Where was it?
Looking towards the back of the pack here, might be the 21 of Delonte Ballard.
Him and Gary Lewis find each other. We'll see. That's what I'm seeing here.
Yeah, 21, yep. Looks like the 69 got on the apron here.
Well, that's a no-no in these cars. You can't go on a flat surface.
All right, well, watch it here. The one to go replay. It looks like he got on the apron.
Oh, no, he got loose before the apron, and it comes slamming up. Wow.
Oh, poor Delonte.
Wow.
Yeah. Yep, he got loose before it. Like you said, ouch.
Yeah, not a good night for that number 21.
A ping pong ball.
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah, that car shot across the track.
Oh. Delonte
We'll
not having the best of luck.
No, not at all. Not tonight. We'll see if Simon Fine comes down pit road. Don't think we'll see anyone coming down. Oh,
gonna grab Eric Wineland up here. He's the spotter for the 21. Eric, I mean, that car came straight out of the grass in front of the 21. What was your spotting looking like when that happened?
No time to react to tell my driver to go high because there's a car spinning in the grass. I mean, just this entire thing's been ridiculous, man. I don't know what's going on with the setup of the car that was chosen for tonight, but these guys have been claiming how they just snap, and I've watched it happen firsthand a couple times now, including my driver on lap 2, and we don't know what's up.
Is it on?
Yeah,
is that on power or what's going on? We see like entry into 4, like basically it looks to me like when they're coming back under power.
It's both. The incident with my driver on lap 2, when my driver spun, he was just getting back on the throttle. The incident with the 36 off of 4 that took the 00 out, he was off the throttle to not run over the guy in front of him when his car got loose. It's just really upsetting for the way the setup is built for this car. And I don't think it was nailed on the head tonight for these guys to run this as the fixed setup. And obviously, the admin team is we're gonna have to get our heads down to figure out what the heck's going on here and make sure it does not happen the rest of the season.
All right, Eric Wineland, man, thanks for coming back up here to talk to you, and we'll maybe talk to you a little bit later. One of the other drivers over there with the Elwood team.
Yeah, I got you. Appreciate it, Harold.
Yeah. That's a spotter perspective from the 21, and with Eric, he's actually one of the admins for Area, and he's a spotter for the Elwood Designs team tonight. And as we were saying, it seems like the power on is what I'm thinking, but he was saying even power off was causing the car to get upset.
yeah, number of things going on there. We'll see if we can get a quick halfway rundown presented by Swift Lifestyles. Fans, be sure to visit our sponsor, Swift Lifestyles, for clean supplements that can help improve your focus and gaming. Use the discount code on your screen, Area iRacing, AREAiRacing, for 15% off your entire order. Once again, I'd like to give a big thanks to Swift Lifestyles for their continuous support of Area iRacing. Well, Jake Nichols hasn't led every lap, but he's led the most laps tonight in that number 91. 44 of, it was covered off. 56. Good bit. He's been the car to beat all night. New tires, old tires, doesn't matter. He can get that number 91 to the front. The 28 of Nick Johnston has worked his way into the second spot. He's led a lap tonight, but he's one to not count out just yet. He might put up a challenge for that number 91. Paul Irvin, Swervin' Irvin. He's listed as third. He's going to restart fourth. He's had an up and down kind of night in the dirt, spinning around. That car's been loose. He's in fourth, not third.
Yep.
Garrett Heath is in third.
That's right.
He's going to restart.
They keep moving
He's
around.
going to restart one spot behind. You see the Infinite cars right there. They are creeping towards the front. So Garrett Heath going to restart third. Paul Irvin fourth. Jordan Martin in that 11 car on the bottom. He's going to restart in the fifth spot. Boy, it's been an up and down night for a good bit of these guys. Jay Perkins as well. He was sideways just a handful of laps ago, and he's going to restart sixth. Tom DeLeo seventh. He had some contact as well. Forrest Smith eighth. David Weishart and Alan Balancino rounding out the top 10, both of which having steady nights so far. So actually, during that interview, Simon Fine came down pit road.
Well, he needed to eventually.
All right, I'm looking at it here, Hunter and Harold. 8 cautions, 23 laps, 49 laps to go, and 3 lead changes, bud.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, the 91 of Jake Nichols off to a early lead, but Garrett Heath and Nick Johnston, the Infinite teammates, looking to tag team and get around that number 91.
So Garrett Heath and Nicholas Johnston teammates.
Along with
still
Jay
learning,
Perkins.
So
Boy, they are hunting down that 91. They're getting as close as you can to the bumper in the 91.
yeah, there's always the chrome horn, but we're still early. I mean, we're over halfway, Hunter. So, you know.
Yeah, over halfway, but still too early to use the chrome horn.
Yeah, Coop Racing's saying that we better be entertaining because he's listening to us on his way home.
Oh, he was entertaining to listen to last night. Chase Briscoe won the win. Sent a Louisiana dive bomb, couldn't get it. He didn't win. Reddick didn't win. Kyle Busch won. And after the race, they're booing him down. He's like, "Great, I ain't even do anything. You're booing at me." But nonetheless, still too early to use a Louisiana dive bomb or the chrome horn of some sort. Still got over 45 laps remaining here for the AREAiRacing.Shop 210. Garrett Heath now applying the pressure to Jake Nichols. Nichols going to hold that car on the bottom, get close to the apron. You don't want to hit the apron. That's anything that we can take away from this race. If you go on the apron, the car does not like it.
Oh, no, it doesn't. I was back here just about a lap or so ago looking at Eli Green. He made the pass over in the O2 over the number 50 of Brian Wasserman and Dwayne Culberson.
Oh, car down low. That's not Paul Irving. Excuse me. Jordan Martin.
Oh.
Oh.
It looks like Seitenfaden having some issues here now.
Well, that's strange. The whole broadcast got hiccuped.
Boy, since we've started at Daytona, there's always been some voodoo demon that's like been with us everywhere we go. But yeah, towards the back, Jordan Martin got way low there going into turn one. Might have had some contact. I believe Jay Perkins.
Jacob Bell, he's gonna be 3 wide here. He's on the inside, the number 77, and now he's not 3 wide no more. 5, 2, and the 7 right up ahead of him. That is Adam Capps, James Scioli, and Michael Large.
Yeah, they're all running 12th, 13th, 14th, and 15th on the track at the moment. Back up front, still Jake Nichols leading with Garrett Heath, Nick Johnson on the bottom. Paul Irvin slowly creeping into the mix.
Well, can I jinx a pro driver? That's my thing. I picked the pro driver. Can I jinx him? You know?
Well, Perkins was inside the top 5. Alan Balancino attacking from the bottom.
Yeah,
David Weishart right behind as well.
Looks like the 70 did make that pass.
Yep, so the 49 will move back to 6th. The 70 Balancino up inside the top 5. Garrett Heath gets up to the bumper of Jake Nichols, but just can't quite do anything just yet.
Here with Randy Bechtel, and nice to see him, like you said earlier. Nice to see him back out on track here in about 8 laps.
Here we go. Oh, well, they were bumping. Now they're not.
Oh, okay.
They're
looking at up front.
So Johnston was pushing the 23 of Heath on the front stretch, but halfway through just decided to pass on the bottom. Might have been a little Team Warriors there saying, "Hey, let me have a go at it." And in that time, the 48 has caught up now to the bumper of Garrett Heath. So it's a 4-car train up here with the 3-car train just in the back, led by Balancino with Perkins and Weishart. Not too far from this mix.
Yeah, but look back behind them. Forrest Smith, Jordan Martin, Ed Robertson, and Dominic DeLeo?
Yes, DeLeo.
Dominic DeLeo, New Jersey native. And lawyer extraordinaire.
Jersey. I've got a Jersey cow. He's a dog, but he looks like a cow, a Jersey cow. So, you know. I'm just saying.
Would be interesting in seeing what the cows in New Jersey look like, as Nick Johnston going to send it down into turn 3 for the lead.
Man.
They're going to be side by side off the corner here. Run might go to Jake Nichols, but Johnston still holding his own on the bottom.
He
just came back in line.
Oh, my golly. Hunter Harold, man, now it's going to be interesting. 65 of 105, guys.
Another set of pit stops are going to have to occur, though. But these guys pretty much decided to settle it single file. Weishart now trying to get up into the front group.
He's trying to get around Perkins there for that 6th spot. He's on the bottom, Perkins on the outside. There's trying to get something going back around 3rd with Paul Irvin and Garrett Heath lined up.
Oh, man, watching that. Yeah, the 11 here. They were 3 wide there for a second. Ed Robertson, Forrest Smith, and Dominique again. Jacob Bell right behind them in the number
Oh,
77.
Paul Irvin.
Oh, he's
Well, we
using that
got-
wall riding that thing, trying to keep the momentum and get around the car in front of the Ballacino.
It did not work, and Ballacino moves up to 4th. Oh, Johnston looking there on the bottom. He might have a shot here down the front stretch. He's got to run side by side down the back, or front, excuse me.
Front. Oh, did he get it?
Got teammate there. Helping
There
there.
Heath pushing Nick Johnston into the lead, coming up on the 91 new leader, 28 of Nick Johnston.
He broke away too.
And Jake Nichols trying to hold on to second. Paul Irvin trying to keep it out of the wall. Johnson's going to come down to continue and get the push from Garrett Heath, but he's going to try and get in line here. They're all squeezing up near the wall, going into
Ballacino
turn
up
3.
into the
That
wall.
was very close.
Flying by the 23. Wow.
They try to squeeze it with the 91 of Jake Nichols, but he's coming back on the outside. He's got to run. He's going to cut down low on the front stretch. Jake Nichols down on the bottom now, looking for that lead. He'll lead the lap, and he might clear him here before turn 1. Nope. Outside run comes back in with Johnston. Garrett Heath trying to lead the way as well.
What is the...
Oh, it's going to be tight here in turn 2. Nichols getting close. Run on the outside. It's going to go to Nick Johnston, so he's going to go back to the lead. Garrett Heath now up to second with Alan Ballacino looking to get third from Jake Nichols.
What is the preferred line, Hunter and Harold, right now with this run? What is the preferred
Ooh, wherever
I gotta
anybody
say the
goes
top.
with me.
yeah, in that case too.
Where's some help? Because that's what
seems
happened.
like
Jake
the top,
Nichols
though.
is, you saw the Infinite guys get in line and it blow by below.
Oh,
but,
Ballacino cutting down low. Oh,
but
nope,
nobody's
get back in
helping
line.
Jake Nichols. It's like everybody was like, you already got wins,
No.
so we're not helping you.
They already know how fast that 91 is, so they want him as
sleep,
far back
right?
as possible.
Get some sleep.
So
I still
Nichols
like
goes
that
from the
amount, though.
lead. He goes from the lead all the way back down to 6th
All right.
and put
I'm
Infinite
back-
Gaming 1-2.
I'm back here with the number 45 of Chris Fadden here, battling with the 11 of Jordan. It's about here with around the
They're
11.
3 wide.
Yep. I would watch Chris. Wouldn't count him out.
He's
Don't
still
get out
trying to
here.
work his way
Wow.
inside the. He's still trying to work his way inside the top 10 after pitting, but boy, back up front, Alan Ballacino might have a shot at the lead here, or he looked like he did. He's taken second away from Garrett Heath. Boy, this pack is it's about as tight as you could be.
Bumper to bumper and sometimes door to door.
Yeah, Jake Nichols moving up to 5th as well. Now he is running, was close to the Larson line, all the way up near the outside wall. Gonna help him get a massive run here.
This track is wide and there is no rule that you can't use the apron, correct? I mean,
No, absolutely not. But the car does not like it on a flat surface.
The rule is the car will send you into orbit.
Yeah, you run the apron.
So you can try it. You might not survive it.
We keep seeing the leader Johnston trying to go down low and get help from Garrett Heath on the bottom because they are teammates. But
Yeah,
Heath's just falling back, and he's in danger of losing 4th to Jake Nichols on the outside.
You got Weishart working up into the group here.
Yeah, I'll say if they keep racing like this, they'll get not Weishart. That's Ed Robertson. Excuse me.
Looks like Forrest Smith, Adam Katz, Jordan Martian. Yeah, it looks like these guys 84 11, 55 2, 02, Eli Green. They're doing some battling back here of their own. Pretty
Ballacino
interesting.
gets in front of the Infinite Racer that turn. Lee Weishart trying to take the high line here.
Oh, he's got to run. There we go. He's on the outside now as they come off turn
Golly,
4.
we're almost 4. Well, never mind. We were almost 4 wide back here with the 02 of Eli Green, but
We got 3 wide going into turn number 1 with the leaders.
Yeah, they're 3 wide for 3rd now with Paul Irvin on the bottom. Johnston now going from the lead all the way down to 4th, and Jake Nichols coming back on the outside, looking for that 3rd spot. In the meantime, Alan Balancino's gone to the lead. Weishart in the 2nd, Nichols 3rd, and don't look too far back because Ed Robertson's closing in, Jacob Bell closing in, Jay Perkins still holding on, but he's getting reeled back into this as well. Boy, you got some great racing up here inside the top 5 or so.
And we got great racing 2x2x2x2. Looks like Noah's Ark back here. Adam Caps and Company. Battle back
Jake
here.
Nichols moving into that 2nd spot, or trying to, on the outside lane.
And it's going to start with Forrest Smith, the 84.
Oh, Paul Irvin clipping the wall back there. It's actually Ed Robertson's now up to P6, so he has officially caught this group. Boy, Jake Nichols is fighting and clawing his way back inside the top 5, and he wants that lead from Alan Balancino.
Weishart squeezing in front of Garrett Heath.
Oh, here he comes.
Down comes Nichols.
With a sharp turn down to the bottom of the racetrack. Nick Johnston right behind. They're going to be side by side.
That's a slide job.
They won't be
for
side
turn
by
one.
side. Jake Nichols from 6th to 1st, all the way back to the lead, and he basically had no help because everybody ditched him on the outside, and he just worked his way back up on the outside.
Slide job.
That was definitely a slide job by the 91, but timed perfectly on the asphalt.
Yeah, and he is starting to rip it on the outside. We got Balancino running that line as well. Garrett Heath and Johnston side by side for 3rd. With Heath on the outside, Johnston on the bottom. We got some lap traffic here. Going to pull down low and get out of the way of our leaders. Boy, oh boy, this is just some good racing.
Nichols
Right.
and Johnston both 44 laps since they've been on pit lane. I think we've had just about that since the last caution, I believe.
No,
22 laps
we've
since
had
last
about
caution.
20. Yeah.
So fuel's going to start being an issue for these guys shortly.
Oh, yeah.
So Nicholas, Garrett, Paul Irvin, 44. That is the top 6. Going back to Jay Perkins, he's been out here 46 laps. Just going off of what I'm seeing.
Oh, close battle here for 2nd. Johnson on the outside, Balancino on the bottom. Boy, anytime they get close like that in turn 2, I just fear someone's going to get sideways. So 7-car pack up here with Ed Robertson being the 7th car. Got to go back to Chris Seinfeld and Jacob Bell for the next closest cars. They're running 8th and 9th with Jay Perkins now in the 10th spot. Let's see if these guys can sort of work with each other and try and catch the front. We saw Ed Robertson be able to do it. It's definitely possible with these guys back here.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. Adam Caps. I would watch Adam in the 55. He's in traffic, but I would definitely watch him.
Back here with Eli Green and Jordan Martin. Back up front, it is still Jake Nichols leading the way, but Nick Johnston has not gone away just yet.
And Jake leading 60 laps across the stripe, Hunter and Harold.
Oh, sideways! Car sideways going through the corner. That was Balancino. Boy, that car was wrecking loose coming through turn 1. I don't know how he kept that car straight. That was an unbelievable save from the 70 of Balancino. Boy, it looked like he was going to complete a pass there with how sideways that car got, but he holds on to it in the 5th spot, but that's definitely going to shake some things out as this pack was a little more spread out. Johnston going to close back in. Corbin down low.
Hunter, I'm looking at it here. Harold looks like he got hit by the 48 to get him loose.
Okay.
So
guys slowly trying to reel each other back in. Johnston's going to slide up in front of Weishart.
Jacob Bell, the 77, 39th, cracking the top 10 just inside in 9th, Hunter.
Yeah, he was one of the few drivers that did not qualify. I believe Weishart was one of them as well that didn't go out. He started 35th. Oh, 35th was Balancino. My apologies.
Okay, yeah, David's 37th, yeah.
Nonetheless, we're seeing guys that started deep in the field coming through towards the front here in the closing stages of this AREAiRacing.Shop 210. Boy, it's been a great great battle up here for the first 6 or 7 spots since we went back green after the halfway point.
Well, how many cautions did y'all have last season at Auto Club?
None.
Yeah, we went caution free.
Caution free. Oh man.
And it was a race. It's one of the closest races
some blocking
that finished
going on right
in
here.
our area, with 3 cars racing in the final lap towards the start finish line in the grass. Spinning across the line was Eric Wineland and
Schwinning as well.
That's right, spinning and schwinning, as the great Hunter Sleppy called the race in real time back then.
Wow. 8 cautions tonight, 23 for 23 laps. This is just from what I'm gathering. 24 laps to go. 23 this time by, guys. Oh, you got it too. Okay.
Yep. Connor O'Kresick was the fastest car so far. Jake Nichols definitely has captured the most laps led with 8 cautions for 23 laps. We get back
and
on.
He is trying to drive away from this pack up here. I mean, this is the biggest lead I've seen anyone have in a while.
It'll be interesting here. Green flag pit spots are going to have to start, according to what you were saying, about 45 to some odd laps, right?
Yeah, looking at 45 to 50 laps here. So these guys are cutting it close with the fuel run right now.
Well, Jake Nichols has been out here at the stripe 52, as well as Nicholas Johnston and Garrett Heath going back here to 5th. Now that's just going top 5.
Now here's the interesting part: is if they can get the 50 some odd on a green flag run, that puts Weishart and Balancino in the driver's seat if they don't have to pit again.
Well, really, I want to look at Scienfine because he pitted under our most recent caution. That was his first pit stop. So he pitted 28 laps ago. Weishart, Balancino as well. And then we got to go to Ed Robertson and then Scienfine. So I'm really looking at those guys as we see.
Number 28 of Nichols Johnston. And he's bringing down the other Infinite and Paul Irvin. So the Infinite guys on pit lane.
Yeah, a number of guys that pitted 50 laps or so ago coming down pit road. Jake Nichols choosing to stay out. Weishart going to stay out too, but he's got plenty of laps under his plenty of laps of fuel left under his number 33 machine, and oddly enough, it's his favorite strategy. He loves the fuel mileage, so it might play into his factor here, or play into his wheelhouse.
Well, Hunter, we're going to be at 20 to go here, as Jake is going to be coming down pit road. So,
well, he's got to whoa that car down. Looked a little too hot, but you never know. But yeah, Weishart's going to cycle into the lead with Balancino, Robertson, Scienfine, and Jacob Bell rounding out the top 5.
So Weishart capturing the lead at this point.
And 20 to go. 21 next, 19 next time up.
Yeah, and it could be another 3-car battle to the finish here. We saw it last year where 3 cars just drove away from everyone else, and it came down to fuel. And who knows, it could happen again.
I don't think it's going to come down to fuel this time. I mean, 20 to go, and you're talking 45 to 50 laps on fuel. Now, tires may be a factor.
Oh, these guys might be cutting it close. They're going to look at 51 or so laps of fuel if this thing goes green to the end. This top 3 or so.
The ones that didn't pit. I'm talking about the ones that did pit. So
the ones that did pit are good. They're good to go the rest of the way. But Up here, if this goes green to the end, it's going to be close for these guys to have him pit.
Clutching. Ooh. David Wise.
Every little bit helps. So we see some of the slower traffic, excuse me. Some of the lap down traffic right behind going to fly right past them. We're actually trying to. That's 81 of Dwayne Culberson. He's got fresher tires than these front three. He's looking to get around them as quick as possible. I mean, you can just tell the difference in the tires.
That's Jake Nichols, the 91, that's trying to get around him.
Oh, that was the 91, excuse me.
Yeah, that's Jake getting on the lead lap.
Oh, they're four wide.
And Valentino now went around for the lead.
Golly.
Robertson and Weiser. These three drivers here are actually looking at trying to to win this thing from a non-fuel pit stop there. Balachino, Robertson, Weishart, and the next one back, Seidenfeiden. He's about a second and a half back.
Man, Hunter, Harold, this is going to be close. I hate to see guys run out of fuel, but we could see it if they don't time it right.
Garrett Heath
we very well could see it.
Garrett Heath is a lap down, and he's in here with these guys. I'm just kind of concerned, about Robertson. If you're trying to conserve fuel, you want to be behind somebody, not being out there with your nose out there in clean air. I think Weishart's got the best option here by letting himself follow the Balachino and using his draft.
Yeah, but every time he goes outside, it does go. Here he goes.
That's Heath just trying to get back on the lead lap. But Weishart, Balachino, Robertson, the top three right now. Heath trying to get back on the lap around the 70. David Weishart using that 70 up, trying to keep his draft, keep that car where he's got the momentum and not putting the fuel into it.
Alan Balangino, 64 of Ed Robertson right behind. I wonder if Ed's trying to do the same thing.
I think Weishart's got it down. You watch the RPMs of the number 33 machine here, 8,000 RPMs going into the corner. He's not clutching now, so I wonder if he's got enough.
I guess
I don't think he did it because well, no, that was my mind's becoming a blur, but he had traffic right behind him is what I wanted to say. He had Robertson right behind. Valentino's obviously got Weishart right behind, so I don't think he's throwing the clutch in. But it's going to come down to the wire if this thing goes green to the very end.
We'll have to see. I think these guys think that they can make it to the end, otherwise they would be clutching even with somebody near them. Because you got to get to the end, otherwise this whole strategy doesn't work.
Up 38, 37, 38, 37, 37, 38, 38, going back to the top 7 here. And 37 with Eli Green in the 0-2. This is...
Oh, here we go. Battle for the lead.
And
now,
Jake
Robertson going to look down low on Balachino.
Jake Nichols all the way back 16th spot. First car that we know for sure has enough fuel to the end.
Yeah, I'm looking through, and Dom DeLeo's going to have to come down pit road here before this thing is over. He's looking at 46 laps right now.
These guys are racing awful hard if they're looking to conserve fuel. I think David Weishart's crew chief has given him the green light to get this thing in. He's pressing hard. Seidenfeiden has moved up into this not too far away, about 6 car lengths behind.
Man, these top 3 neck and neck to neck.
As we approach the closing stages of tonight's AREAiRacing.Shop 210, I want to give a big thanks to CNC Logging for providing us this intense battle for the win. CNC Logging, new sponsor of the Truck Series this season in area, located in Boiling Springs, South Carolina. CNC Logging is your place to go for any of your logging needs. Got wood, big or small, summer or fall, we'll cut your log, guaranteed. CNC Logging. Boy, this is a pretty good battle here.
Ken
Yes,
says
it is.
Ken says my northern keeps coming out, and when I say that,
Well, I'm Southern, so you
so
know.
my northern comes out when I try to be southern.
Would you try to? Oh, wow, wow.
Don't look too far back just yet because Simon Fine and Michael Arch have actually been working together the last handful of laps or so. They are within drafting distance of this front three. So Simon Fine and Michael Arch, these
Yep,
guys are
there
going to
you
be
go.
kind of close on fuel as well. But we could have a 5-car battle for the win.
Yeah, could they be working together?
Maybe.
Absolutely.
But as you were talking about,
Absolutely.
CNC Logging has become the new title sponsor for the Tuesday night racing. As we talked about Sasquatch, you'll have the call by none other than Kushwa and myself on the Tuesday. On tomorrow night, we'll be back here with the Truck Series. Big time racing has still gone by. Hopefully, we'll get these guys out to this wide track and we'll get some good racing. And tomorrow night, as this is finishing up to be a nail biter, even though we started off with a lot of yellow flags thrown onto the racetrack.
Oh yeah.
Well, they're still swerving all over the place back here for the first 3 spots, and it's just allowing Simon Fine and Larch to close in bit by bit.
10 to go.
Tough start tonight, but Hunter Harrell, man, it's shaping up to be a wild finish.
And I don't think any of us had any of these 3 picked. Like,
No.
No, we do not. I would still watch that 77 of Jacob Bell, man. 39th to 6th. Outside of the top 5 right now.
Yep.
I'd watch him.
But right now, top 5, I think top 7, 8. Heck, the top 9 have not won yet. Or no, Green has. So top 8. You know, now top 7.
Oh, top 7.
Of course, Green has to do that, but I mean, seriously, these, you know, we're gonna have seems like we're gonna have a new winner for the series tonight.
Yeah. What's that? Gonna be 8 to go? Yeah, 8 to go. That time by. Golly. Dominic did come down pit road just to make note. He's off and away off of pit road or on pit road, but he's off. Coming back out.
I'm fine closing in. He's definitely within drafting distance right now. There's some lap traffic behind these guys of Simon Fine and Michael Larch that could spice some things up too.
And Jake Nichols up to the 13th spot, first car guaranteed with fuel. As you see,
Well,
Ed
he
Robertson
is
trying
so
to catch
far
up lap traffic though.
He is so far back. I think if these guys run out on the last lap, that it might not matter depending on where it might be. They might have a big enough cushion to where they can coast to the finish.
Jake.
We got lap traffic all over the place up here, behind 4th and 5th. It's helping push these guys closer to the front. Boy, this is shaping up to be a good one.
Jake's got to pass 12 cars to get back up there, and he's 6 seconds behind Ryan Swan. And I think he's...
Jacob Bell's about 4 seconds behind Larch, the number 2 car.
Yeah, I was talking about Jake Nichols.
Oh,
He's
okay.
now, 5.5 behind Ryan Swan. Talking about the first driver that is good to go. That's
Yeah. Jake Nichols, 28 seconds behind the race leader, Ed Robertson.
yeah.
Half a
He's
lap.
Going back to the pre-race during the qualifying, where you had the chance to pick which team was going to win tonight's race, if you chose either Elite Entertainment, Fazika's Motorsports,
Or
or
DWR.
David Weishart Racing, you're looking pretty good right now, especially if you're Elite, because Ed Robertson's currently leading the way. Then we got Balancino for Fazika's running in second.
We
Then
also
third
got
and
Elwood
fourth.
is 4th.
Well, no, third and fourth is Weishart Racing.
No, 4th is both of them. Simon Bonds, Weishart. Okay.
Yes.
Okay. Yeah. DWR for those as well. And then Michael Larch.
Michael Arch is a open driver. So that would be under non-field. I don't know if anyone put one of those in.
Somebody did.
Oh, that action here, man.
I believe one
48.
person did. So
Here comes Simon Fine. Simon Fine might have saved enough fuel to go all the way to the end, but we're going to come down here with 4 laps to go. Ed Robertson leading the way by about 3 car lengths over Alan Balancino. Sign up to third. It's a gaggle of cars in the back behind him.
He's trying to break the draft is what he's trying to do, but it ain't working. It's not working for Ed.
They were 3 wide in the back right there. Boy, it is literally going to come down to the wire if these guys will have enough fuel to make it to the finish.
Arch moving up into the group here.
Oh, but don't look now. Sci-Fi going to make the move down to the bottom. Can't quite get next to Balancino for second. But he was getting help from the 33 of Weishart there. Oh, Sci-Fi going to slide up, and Robertson going to slide down, break up that draft. 3 laps to go now from Auto Club.
Or California, whatever name you know it by.
Auto Club, Fontana was a long time ago. They used to call it Fontana.
Fontana, yeah, Fontana. Yeah.
Which is the city in which it's located.
I know about Auto Club, so you know.
If I'd have the tidbit that Hunter gave out was this is the largest venue in California for racing. The other famous one is Sonoma.
Yeah, road courses.
Oh,
yeah.
There goes Robertson down on the 8th of the car. Does not like that.
2 laps
2 laps to go now.
Oh,
Lap traffic in the area.
you guys said that at the exact
Behind and in front.
Yep. Here comes Seidenfaden looking to make his move on Alan Balancino.
Come
Boy,
on,
Michael Arch has moved up to 4th now. Boy, here we go. Here comes Sci-Fi looking down low for 2nd place from Alan Balancino. But it's up front. It's all Ed Robertson leading the way.
Oh,
Wow,
Boy, that was close in the back
Balancino.
with Michael Arch.
Yeah.
Here you guys go.
Last
Coming across
lap.
the stripe. 1 lap to go, presented by One to Go Studios. Ed Robertson leads Alan Balancino and Sci-Fi and Balin for 2nd. Lap traffic in front and behind this group. Ed Robertson holding on to the lead for the moment. They work their way down the backstretch for the final time.
51 into the wall right there in front of them as they're on the backstretch here. Lap traffic right in the middle of this.
Boy, I don't know if anyone's going to have a shot at it for Ed Robertson. They are all over each other behind the 64. It's going to be a dogfight for 2nd, but coming off turn 4, Ed Robertson's going to have enough fuel and hold on and get his first win of the season here at Auto Club.
Balancino, Seidenfaden, top 3.
nice job by Ed. A big shout out to Ed Robertson. Nice.
You see the rest of the field coming down for the checkered flag. I mean, it was, not going to lie, it was a rough first half with the yellows, but the second half provided for some exciting racing. So we see the rest of the field once again coming down to complete the race. Balancino 2nd, Sci-Fi in 3rd, Larch 4th, and rounding out the top 5 is David Weishart. We'll get a chance to talk to our top 3 finishing drivers in just a moment. So we see now the 64 of Ed Robertson going to come off turn 4 again and probably going to be doing some burnouts here.
He might not be able to do much. He might just have to park it.
Well, we'll see here. He'll
Oh, you
go
got
in the grass.
enough,
Now he still got some. But Elite Entertainment getting the win. And if you picked Elite Entertainment in the pre-race, then congrats, you have won some channel points. He is called the Muffin Man. So we'll go ahead and bring him up here.
He don't want
Mr.
no
Ed
troubles.
Robertson. We got Harold, Josh, and myself under in the booth. Got a copy.
10-4, got you loud and clear.
Boy, what a run to the finish. It seemed like a number of you guys could have had a shot, but we didn't know if it would come down to fuel because the fuel window that we had up here was 45 to 50, and you guys were pushing it at around 50. Were you saving before you got up front here?
A little bit. I'll be honest, it wasn't 100% intentional. That last caution came out, and I'm looking at my fuel gauge, and I'm like, I'm a gallon short. And I was like, you know what? Let me just pit, take tires. Should be in the good. And I played it safe, cautious off the start, just trying to be nice and easy, save some tire. But uh, the the closer it got to the end, I'm like, thank God I actually did take it nice and easy off the rip, because if I went any harder, I I probably wouldn't make it. I don't even want to look at how much is actually left in the tank, to be quite honest. I know it was close though. What a race! Oh man, I can't
Yeah,
believe.
I was gonna say the first half it was a caution fest. It seemed like had flashbacks of Phoenix again, but second half provided us with some good racing. I don't know if Josh had anything else to add there.
Yeah, Ed, awesome job out here tonight, man. The Elite Entertainment 64 definitely played a gamble here. So, awesome job, Ed, man. I'm going to turn it back over to Hunter and Harold, bud.
Thank you.
All right, well,
Fuel strategy. You saw David Weishart in the same strategy as you, and Seidenfaden came in there, but you're able to outgun them. And the lap traffic came up, and it looked like you almost used them as a pick on the last lap.
I saw them starting to come, and I had tunnel vision. I had the blinders on. I was just so focused on trying to hit my marks. I think there was a car around me somewhere on the last. I'll be completely honest. I don't know. I was so focused on trying to do what I needed to do. There was just something about this track. Me trying to roll lower on the bottom, get real close to that white line, just felt so comfortable to me. And at one point in that last run, Weishart came over the comms, and I heard him say he needed to save just a little bit of fuel. And I'm like, nope, I'm going for it. So I was trying to do my best to get around those guys nice and clean. Like I said, I was rolling the bottom pretty good. It kind of hurt me on exit down the straightaways, but I make up so much ground. Finally fought, got around them, and like I said, I just put the blinders on. I tried to do my deal, and for once, it actually worked out.
well, nonetheless, it was a well-earned victory there at the very end. Congrats on the win. Any shout-outs you'd like to give out before you go?
Definitely. Adam Caps at Elite Entertainment, bringing me on board with this team. It's a great group of guys. Cameron Hearn, Shane Wolf, Beckner, all these guys, Irvin, even Rick Christensen helps out a ton, whether it's actually on practice, practice days, help spotting. Those guys are absolutely awesome. Can't thank them enough. CNC Logging, Elite Entertainment, I just can't thank them enough for, like I said, bringing me on board and making this happen. This is definitely unexpected.
Well, it was it might have been unexpected, but it was once again a well-deserved win. Came down right at the very end of it. Ed Robertson, your winner. Have a good night.
Thank you guys very much. Take care.
That was your winner, Ed Robertson, picking up the first victory of the season for not only himself, but for Elite Entertainment as well. We'll bring up Alan Balancino of Fazekas Motorsports for a very hard-fought second-place finish. Alan, this is Hunter, Harold, and Josh in the booth. Got a copy?
Yeah, I do. How you guys doing?
Oh, we are we're thrilled with what we saw from the second half of the race. I mean, it seemed like it was going to come down to fuel at the very end. Ed said that he doesn't even want to look at how much fuel he had left because it was close. But how was it out there towards the end?
That was probably like one of the most intense races I've been a part of, actually. This is like the first real race I've had with this next gen car, and it was something, man. It felt like a mix between like an IndyCar race and something else. I was not expecting that. I was hoping it was gonna space out a little bit, but it didn't.
No, we saw that pack racing. It seemed like it was similar with the Gen 6, although there's more like off throttle time, and the tire fall off wasn't that bad compared to the Gen 6.
Yeah, I think the tire is really good. Like my right front tire was still in the 70s, and the right rear doesn't wear out on this car at all. So I was just able to just keep driving off of it. And if anything, I was just plowing tight there towards the end. And I couldn't get to Ed, but I also had other damage there too that I think was affecting that.
Josh, anything to add?
Man, that EatSleepRace.com 70 machine. You like Ed play the gamble here at the end. Man, what was your thoughts here? You know, seeing some drivers pit and then you staying out, and man, it stayed green.
So my plan the whole time was to pit at lap 55. I didn't take a set of tires until that point. I literally was just riding around in the back, and I was not expecting to be able to ride up front on 50 lap old tires. That shocked me completely. I'm gonna be honest.
Well, awesome job here, buddy, man. P2 here tonight. Turn it back over to Hunter and Harold, bud.
Yep. Nonetheless, good, solid finish for Fazekas Motorsports there, P2. Any shots you'd like to give out before you go?
Yeah, I'd like to shout out Eat Sleep Race, some Martin Sports, Fazekas Motorsports, iRacing Flag, everybody on Fazekas Motorsports as well for throwing up a few sessions here and there. That's really appreciative. It helps out a lot to get up to speed with this car and everything.
Yeah, we saw that you guys were practicing early, and it looked like it paid off for you. P2 for Balancino. Have a good night.
Thank you.
All right, that was second place. Alan Balancino will get up Chris Seidenfein here for the third place finishing spot. Chris, Hunter, Harold, and Josh in the booth. Got a copy?
Yes, sir.
Boy, you did it on one stop. He did the race on one stop, and I mean, with good reason. The first half caution fest, and you picked the right time to come down pit road, because after that it was green flag racing to the end. What were your thoughts on that finish? Because it seemed like it was going to come down to the wire with fuel, but everyone made it with a few laps to spare, it seemed like.
Yeah, at the end there, I had 0.6 left, so I was cutting it way too close to necessary. But the end there, I didn't have enough tire left. I think my right front was like at 55. I was driving it so hard, me and Michael back there trying to catch up to them, because we were like a second and a half back with like 10 to go or whatever it was. But luckily the lap car slowed him down a bit, and we were able to get the draft and get up there. And thankfully I got past David and came home with third.
Yeah, we just talked to Alan. He said that his right front was at 70% or still in the 70s. It seemed like the tire for this next gen car compared to what we saw with the Gen 6, less fall off by a drastic amount.
Yeah, it wasn't much fall off, but I had a spin on lap 60 or whatever it was. I don't know if the broadcast caught it, but I was pretty much sideways and hard on the brake for basically the whole corner, and those were the same tires that I finished the race on. So I think my tires were affected by that a little bit, but they held on there towards the end. They didn't blow up or anything. Thankful for that.
Josh, anything to add?
Well, Seidenfein, man, been a long time, or been a little bit. Chris Sports Cars 45, man, running strong, and man, yeah, it was a rough race out here to start things off, but man, you finished it out, P3 here, podium finish. Just talk about the overall racing, man, and let's hear from you. Yeah, it was
the racing. The racing up front was great. I mean, most of the issues with cautions and all that were from 20th on back. So the racing up front with everyone up there, it was fantastic. I mean, I was up there for most of the race. I went back to I went back to like P11 after my pit stop, but then after I spun, I went back to about P16, and then I made my way up from 16th to 3rd. But the racing up front was amazing. It was hard and clean racing. People were banging around each other, but for the most part, it was pretty clean.
Oh, yeah, it definitely was. Well, awesome job, Chris, here in P3. I'm going to send it back over to Hunter and Harold.
Yep, well, a solid P3 there for YSR Racing, and YSR finishing 4th right behind, so a solid points day for you guys as well. Any shots you'd like to give out before you go?
Yeah, shout out to Chris Sports Cards, my card company. Not much happening right now. Got a website in development. And then shout out to Butt Kicker. Shout out to Butt Kicker.
All right, well, we'll let you go celebrate the 3rd place finish. Have a good night.
Appreciate it.
All right, that was 3rd place finisher Chris Seidenfein there. We'll go ahead and get your Finishing results for the rest of the field in a second. 1, 2, 3, 4, or 5 seconds. Or 10.
Killing me.
Ed Robertson gets the job done at the very end, winning the race. Balancino second, Simon Fine third. Or actually, Michael Larch finished fourth, and it was Weishart rounding out the top 5. Jacob Bell with a solid 6th place finish. Adam Capps 7th. Eli Green 8th. James Scully 9th. And Tyler Nichols finishing inside the top 10.
All right. Well, it's going to be Dwayne Culberson in 11th, Jake Nichols 12th, Ron Swan 13th, Garrett Heath 14th, Nick Johnston 15th, Matthew Robinson 16th, Mark Patterson 17th, Jay Perkins 18th, Paul Irvin 19th, and Smith rounding out the top 20, huh?
Brian Wasserman going to finish 21st. Jordan Martin also finishing behind in 22nd. Dom DeLeo 23rd with Gary Lewis 24th. 25th is Garrett Grant with Tyler Sifford, Randy Bechtel, Cameron Hearn, Delonte Ballard, and Ryan Hartz rounding out the top 30.
All right, Matt Alverson 31st, Connor O'Kresick 32nd, Drew Trader 33rd, Will Davis 34th, Dan Biglin 35th, Rafe Slate 36th, Corey Carpenter 37th, Justin Wilson, James Shane Wolf, and Brad Slaughter rounding out the top 40.
Yeah, some tough exits there early on for those guys in the back. Take a look at our race recap presented by Elwood Designs. So Ed Robertson leading 14 laps but getting the win. The most laps going to Jake Nichols with over 60. 8 cautions for 24 laps, but after halfway, we really didn't get any cautions afterwards. Just some good hard racing with Connor O'Kresick still putting down the fastest lap with a 40.606. Well, guys, any final thoughts before we head out and go to the beach?
Well, a tough start, but they got it figured out. Man, awesome racing there at the end. It was awesome. Amazing.
Your thoughts?
Well, this is Auto Club, and towards the end, we got to see some really good racing, some fuel strategies come into play, and I'm excited to see what we end up doing tomorrow night.
Yep, tomorrow night we'll have the CNC Logging Truck Series from Auto Club, and that'll be something. I haven't seen trucks at Auto Club in real life since about, say, 2010 or so. It was a good while back, but we'll be seeing the trucks back at the 2 Mile Oval once again. And then Thursday night, the Lodge Box Series will take on Auto Club as well before we go a week from now to Dover for the Cup Series. And that'll do it from us here in the booth. To executive producer Harold Darner and Josh Medlock, I'm Hunter Slebby saying so long, and we'll see you later.
What an exciting race brought to you by Wendigo Studios. Here they come out of turn 4 to the white flag, and it's 1 to go. Thank you to all our sponsors, drivers, and viewers. We'll see you at the next turn.